Here it is, the new LiveWire Mulholland. What a bike it is. It's a single seat bike on the S2 platform. I wouldn't call it a cruiser. I think it's kind of a roadster. It's like a crazy looking bike. But if you look, it's got the same motor as the Del Mar, but it's all blacked out. Still says Harley Davidson on there. Beautiful bike. They changed the marking on the fins. They're machined in a different design than on the Del Mar. And if you look at the top, this seat is actually a beautiful seat with the LiveWire stitched on a tag in here. And then when you move up on the tank, you can see there's actually, this is a wiring harness showing through as part of a design element where the tank should be. And then on the top it says Mulholland. This is VIN number 9. And you can see it says LiveWire on the side, so it's branded both LiveWire and Harley Davidson. This bike has actually got longer forks. If you look, it's got a little bit more rake, longer forks, and they've changed the tires and the wheels. These are 17-inch 120s on the front, and on the back, it's got a giant 17-inch 80 on the back. You can see, looking on the back, how fat that tire is. That's crazy. The back design is very similar to the LiveWire 1 fender, and then it's got this fender here, so you could basically take that off to customize it. But it's a beautiful looking bike. You can see that they've moved the instrument panel below the handlebars instead of above it. The mirrors, at least the way they are now, are underneath, which I like better. It's got the same switch gear as the Del Mar, and on the front, the LiveWire 1 headlight, and you can see it's actually got bar risers here. So it's a really cool looking bike. If we compare it to the S2 Del Mar, you can see that it's mainly the motor. It's different cuts on the motor. The Mulholland is blacked out, but the Mulholland is a lower bike. You can see the Del Mar has 19-inch wheels, a little bit taller. The Mulholland is lower, and notice that there are no passenger foot pegs. So I don't know if you could add them later. Don't really know if there's anywhere where they even hook on, but this is a single-seater bike, whereas the Del Mar is a two-seater. Also, the Del Mar is a little bit higher off the ground. It's got a little bit more ground clearance. So anyway, we're going to take the Mulholland for a ride, but it is a really, really cool looking bike. So we'll take it for a ride and then give you a report when we get back. Okay, just finished my ride on the Mulholland. I think it's a pretty cool bike. I believe it's crossed a Rubicon kind of, because I think if you had a similar gas bike, I think people would go with this. I mean, this is pretty crazy. First of all, the torque is unbelievable. It's over 180 foot-pounds of torque, which is more torque and power than any other motorcycle. It takes off like crazy. It's got the traction control and the 6-axis IMU, so you can feel the front end kind of floating, and it kind of chops the motor a little bit to keep the front end on the ground. I put it in, I guess it's called lightning mode. There's a mode above sport mode you get when you hold the button down in sport mode for 3 seconds, gets in another mode. That mode also had quite a bit of wheelie control on it. I was not able to pop a wheelie or ride a wheelie, at least throttle it up like I am when I ride the Del Mar. So it's a little bit different in terms of the way that it feels. The bike is definitely lower. It feels lower. The seating position is more upright than on the Del Mar, but it's a very fast, very crazy bike. I think it's going to be attractive to first-time riders because there's no maintenance on the bike, there's no clutch, so it's an easy bike to own. The problem is that the bike's a rocket ship, so if this is going to be a first motorcycle, you need to keep it in one of the lower power modes like rain mode for a long time, because when you turn it up, it's a monster. It's a rocket ship. It'll run from anything. But anyway, the handling was really good. The bike has brand new tires, so I didn't lean over too far, but it is a different kind of ride than the Del Mar. It's lower, it's a little more planted. The Del Mar is a little bit higher, a little bit more wheelie prone, but overall I had a great time on the bike. The brakes are really good. Everything felt good. The bike has a little bit rougher ride than the Del Mar. I'm thinking it's because the smaller wheels. I think the bigger wheels maybe smooth things out a bit. So it's a little bit rougher ride, but it's a fantastic bike. And my understanding is that LiveWire is offering the future forward financing on this. So it basically puts this bike in at $200 a month for somebody with good credit. And considering you don't have to buy gasoline and the only maintenance on the bike is tires, I think it's kind of like a new kind of ride and a new kind of motorcycle. And I think we've crossed a bridge, whereas people are going to start buying these instead of gas bikes. I can really see that. But anyway, I want to thank you, Louie, and thank you, everybody at LiveWire, for letting me try it out. Great bike, had a great time.